Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com, is brought to you by Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. And by RockAuto.com, all the parts your car will ever need.
All right, I got the maintainer, the battery maintainer hooked up to my son's motorcycle so he can ride. And thank you for riding along with us on Tech Garage, brought to you by RockAuto.com. Well, what better to talk about than batteries on this week's Master Technician Tech Tip, hashtag MTTT. It's all about the batteries. What does a battery do? Well, it supplies all the electrical power when the car's not running. And unfortunately today, well, the cars are riddled with electronics and the battery kind of has to take over the load for the alternator when it can't keep up. So they get beat up quite a bit. I want to show you what's going on. There's different configurations of batteries. There's different types of batteries. This one's a lead acid. RockAuto.com, they got AGM batteries. They got some top-notch batteries, so we don't have that problem. But check this one out. You got top post right here, or you got side post batteries. That's the basics. But if you look inside here, this is really cool. It's cut away. So what you have in there is you have a bunch of plates covered with some materials. It's pretty complicated, brown and gray sponge lead, and through a chemical reaction with the sulfuric acid and water, well, that makes pressure, electronic pressure. But when it does that, as the battery starts to go dead, these plates, they start flaking away. Well, what happens then? Take a look at this right here. You see all this inside of here? This is where the plates all deteriorated and started to flake away. Not a good thing. When that starts to flake away and if your battery's not held down real good, well, all that ends up in the bottom of the case. And positive and negative plates can't touch. So once they start touching, your battery starts shorting out. So what do? Well, here's a couple of tech tips for you. You can check what's called open circuit voltage, OCV. Super easy to do. Just take any voltmeter and go across the terminals from the positive to the negative. Nothing on, just OCV, open circuit voltage right there. And you can see this one's around 12.6. That's great. But here's what's actually stunning. This is crazy. Take a look at this chart right here. You would think that a dead battery would be about 6 volts, wouldn't you? Well, that's not the case. Look at a fully charged, it's 12.65. 50% charged is 12.24, and a zero dead battery really can't put out any cold cranking amps. Man, that's 11.89. So it doesn't take much to kill a battery. So what do you want to do? Here's another tech tip for you. You can actually check voltage drop. Now, voltage drop is pretty cool. You can go right across the terminal here, the two top terminals. So I'm going to go across the battery and I'm going to go across the cable right there. Then you're going to have somebody crank up the car, and when they're cranking up the car, you're going to look down at the meter. You don't want anything more than 0.5 of a volt voltage drop, or you got a loose connection. You need to track that down. A couple other tips for you. If you're messing with the battery, you can go to RockAuto.com, get all these tools. You can go ahead and get a cleaner right here. This is pretty cool because you can take the cable off and you can clean the top post of the battery, and right on the other side, I can get inside there and clean the inside out. So I can make sure I don't have any voltage drops or problems with that. Now, you've probably done this a time or two. You carry a battery, you're dragging it along the side of your pants, you go put it in the car, wonderful, everything's great. Wash your laundry, come out, there's these little holes in the side of your pants. What's going on? Well, some of that lead acid got onto your pants and boom, your wife's chewing you out because you got holes in your pants. Well, no more. RockAuto.com, voila. Battery holder, pick it up, squeezes the battery, tote it around with ease. That's the easy part. Now, how are you going to prevent from that flaking? It's really good to get a trickle charger on your car, and we happen to have a problem with our Lincoln right here at Tech Garage. Josh, what's our problem?
That problem is leaving me drained. Talking about batteries.
Good one.
Drained. Well, I'm tired of jumping off this Lincoln. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up this trickle charger, but I'm going to use the special terminal here. Right. Because I'm tired of hooking up these types of terminals that keep popping off. So if you'll let me have those, I'll be on my way and I'll make a permanent fix for our Lincoln. Yeah, there you go, and that's what's happening. So, you know, it sits a lot, it's not running a lot, and, you know, teaching at a school, it's the greatest job in the world. You got some summers off, so it sits there. It's a good idea to keep it trickle charged. Why? So it's not discharging and recharging, discharging and recharging. And, you know, Josh is going to make easy work out of installing this battery maintainer. All he has to do is disconnect the battery, remove the lugs from the battery, and then he's going to go ahead and put on that pigtail that he made. That'll connect directly to the leads, put the battery terminals back on, secure them to the battery, and then he's going to route the leads down. He'll tuck them down in the car for now, but eventually we'll route them out to the front of the car so we don't even have to open the hood, man. And that's going to take care of that excessive parasitic draw. Speaking of parasitic draws, let's check in with Dave.
Thanks a lot, John. Takes one to know one. Tom, you know, batteries, a few years ago, you guys couldn't ship these, but with the advent of the AGM, now you're using a gel instead of lead acid, and it's possible for you to ship batteries, which means you have a ton of variety of batteries on rockauto.com.
Yep, yeah, listed under specific vehicles in the catalog, you'll find the correct batteries, different choices of brands, cold cranking amps for your particular vehicle. Then we also have tools to keep your battery maintained, battery chargers under tools and universal parts. With these new cars, they're always drawing a little bit of current, the different computers and car alarms and stuff. So if it's going to sit for more than a week, it's a good idea to keep a battery charger on it so you keep it fresh and don't have your battery go dead.
And again, a huge variety of chargers. There's lots of different ways to hook them up as well, and you guys cover that at Rock Auto.
Yeah, we have different 12 volt, 6 volt, if you have an antique car, chargers, chargers with outputs specifically for the absorbed glass mat batteries. And you can leave it hooked up in your garage. We have, most of them come with little pigtails you can leave connected to the battery, and just a little pigtail hanging out underneath the edge of the hood, so you don't need to open your hood every time. If your car's sitting outside, we have the solar chargers.
Oh, that's great.
So you can just have it on your dash, charging up in the sunshine.
The variety is amazing, and when it comes to parts or tools, Rock Auto has all the parts your car will ever need, John.
Boy, my daughter's gonna be so happy. Not only did she get her oil changed, we fixed all those crazy lights on the dash. Dave, great job. BMW's in tip-top shape.
Thank you, sir, and you owe me $30 for the oil change.
I'll tell you what, the production crew bought lunch, so it's on me. It's in the room over there.
Deal.
We're out of time for today, but from our crew here at Tech Garage to your crew at home, have a great week. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Production assistance for Tech Garage is provided by Chipola College, located in Marianna, Florida. Founded in 1947, Chipola was ranked recently as one of the top 3 community colleges in the United States.